Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to share something with you today that really has helped me grow in my spiritual journey. When I first started channeling, I wasn't always sure that I really was channeling. I wasn't sure that I was not just telling myself what I wanted to hear, especially when I was doing it for myself. I had bought some oracle cards, and it was kind of funny because I ordered a couple and then come to find out that my daughter had them, and that was kind of weird. I said, since when do you have oracle cards? But apparently she does. So I bought some different ones, and so like here's one that I have. It's called Lightworker Oracle cards. And what I loved about them is you could ask questions, or you could just say, give me some guidance for today, and you would just shuffle them, and then you would just concentrate. And there's different layouts you could do, or you could just pick some cards, whatever felt right for you. There's no wrong way to do it. Honestly, I felt like I needed a lot of support, so I would just pick 5 cards every day. Sometimes I'd pick more than that. And then in the beginning, I would write down what all of them meant. I'd use the book and I'd write it down, and I'd kind of study it because I just had no idea. And they're very beautiful cards. And so they'd say stuff like, hold your center, and then I'd have to look up and see what that means. Star Child, I'd have to look up and see what that means. Different things, karmic cleansing. Or clearing, and I'd have to look up and see what that means. And depending on what kind of deck you got, with this one, from Elena Fairchild, she's really good. And you can see I have little tabs in here. So what's happened is I've gone through, like this one I've apparently had before, and you can see I've underlined and made notes in here. And so as you read through, it kind of tells what it means, and then in her book, she's got like a little invocation you can do to practice, or to do a little meditation on it, or a little saying. So for me, that kind of helped lead my meditation for the day, depending on what cards I drew. So it might be something I needed to work on, or something that maybe was bothering me, maybe I didn't even know about. And you can see my different tabs of things that I needed to work on. So that not only helped me recognize things that the guides needed to tell me or inform me of, but then it also gave me something that I could meditate on. So I have a lot of different ones, and I love them, so I have a bunch of them. This book, the light language, is a little different, but it also does the same thing. It has the information just like the other book, but then it has a meditation you can do with it, and very beautiful cards. They're a lot more vibrant and colorful, but they just have more simplistic meanings, like remembrance. This one is divine feminine. A lot of them are similar. Insight. So you can look at the pictures and you can get meaning from them, and that's what I'm kind of learning to do now, is to get I'm channeling the information that I get from the cards instead of reading the book so much. But in the beginning, I was using the books to get insight for myself. So there's lots of different ones. I have another deck here, Sacred Destiny, and again, these cards are very beautiful. Happiness with the dolphins, voyage with the whale, and so there's just tons of different ones. Action with the waves. So there's different ones. And so these are called oracle cards. They're not the same as tarot cards. So these Akashic record, these are tarot cards, and tarot cards are a little different. Tarot cards, I'm not as familiar with tarot cards. I do have 2 decks that are tarot cards, and I do have to use the book for the tarot cards because they have different suits, and if they're upside down, it's called reversed, and they mean something different. And so you read them a little bit more differently, but I do love using these as well. And again, for me, it's just a way to channel with my guides to give me information, and then that kind of like takes out my interpretation sometimes, as far as not being able to just think what I want to think, and the card is the information I get from my guides. I am starting to use this to give information to my clients and people that I'm doing readings for, and I'm starting to use it to channel instead of just using the book. So that's kind of where I'm at in my learning process, and it's been very fun and exciting. But as far as for your spiritual journey, where I was at was using them to learn things I needed to work on, and it taught me a lot of vocabulary, things I didn't know. And it was very fun and exciting, and it was really kind of very spooky and freaky how consistent it was and how it pulled out things that was really actually going on. And as I took notes every day and tracked it, it was very exciting and cool how I actually progressed from very simple kinds of basic skills to very more complex skills. Like I can actually look at my notes and see how very simple things I need to work on to very complex, higher level skills that I mastered. So it's very accurate, and it's really very cool. So that's one thing that I would suggest if this is something that you're interested in doing for your spiritual journey. I would definitely recommend using the oracle cards for yourself, and maybe even for your clients or for somebody else. And all you have to do is concentrate when you do it. You can think up questions. There are different layouts that they have in the book that you can use for different things. It's fun to do too. You don't have to. Like I said, I would just pick 5 cards. Sometimes I'd pick 2. Sometimes I'd pick 1. It just depends. And every deck has different, layouts they suggest or recommend. I personally would pick one that comes with an exclamation book, because I needed the explanations. But you don't have to. There's lots of different ones. I found them on Amazon. There's tons of them. Whatever one resonates with you is the one I would pick. So good luck. I hope you enjoy that. If you find one you love, I'd love for you to share with me. I have a ton. You can see them back here. And I would love to get your feedback on that information. And also, if you would like for me to do a reading for you, if you would just respond below and give me your information or instant message me, I would love to do a reading for you and give you some information from your guides. Just let me know, and we can do that. Either I can do it live for you, or we can do it on Zoom, or I can just do it. You can give me information and I can do it and send you the information. However you want to do that would be fine with me. So I'd love to share that with you. Just let me know if that's something you would like, and I will get it done for you. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day with love and light.